Okay. Hello everyone and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hi everybody.
We are back with part 4 of our Super Mario Bros. 3 Let's Play.
That we are.
Oh, that is not a great background.
Yeah, that's the thing with the Ice World, is there's a lot of pale blue and white stripes for the background, which...
unfortunately does not look good on the NES.
Yeah, I think they thought it looked good at the time, but...
It's a little eye-hurty.
This didn't age well.
Yeah.
But for 1988/1990, I think they thought it looked cool.
Right.
Okay. Alright.
Happy to have an Ice World, though.
That I am too, yeah. Also, I know at the time we were recording this, it's Father's Day.
Yes.
Yep. And...
but this will be coming out after
yes.
Father's Day.
That is true.
This will be
June...
This will actually come out after our convention.
Yeah, so we'll be home.
Yes, but unfortunately, because of our recording schedule, you won't hear about any of it till probably
The start of July.
Right, either the start of July or the middle, depending on our recording schedule.
Yeah.
Depending on where that puts us.
Yes. Whether we're in the ocean or playing with Spyro.
Right.
One up.
Awesome.
Yeah. Alright. Time to kill some Hammer Bros.
And we will still have to decide about Yu-Gi-Oh, but we will. So,
Right. Just clearing out some of these bricks. Another hammer.
Yes.
Superb.
Alright.
Okay.
It's interesting. So far, part 2 got the most views of this
Nice.
playthrough, let's play. So we'll see how 3 and 4 perform.
Indeed. That we will. Someone's phone is talking.
Yes. No, it's just the health app.
I see.
It's like weekly summary. Try to add some physical activity to every day. I do, but the physical activity I did, I couldn't have the watch on, so it so it thinks I've been lazy.
Neglecting your responsibilities.
Well, no, just exercise, and it seems to only really count cardio exercise. So. Because it's like I was volunteering, but I wasn't like running around or anything. So. And then we did some swimming, so...
Yeah. You've been very busy.
Yeah, so... It's just that... just because the watch isn't aware of it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Well, I know I've got a 1-up and 20 coins in my future. Let's see. Yep. I think I mentioned once to you that this is actually the longest world.
Yes, you did mention that 6 is the longest.
Yes.
Because when we were trying to figure out the timing of how many parts this would take, we were unsure because, as you mentioned, this world is a long one.
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, I was, my mouth dropped when I saw it when I got farther in the game, and 10 worlds in
10 levels.
10 levels in World 6.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I do like that background, by the way.
Oh yeah, I like it too. It looked like a wallpaper.
Yep. That artistic art paper from like the late 80s, early 90s.
Right.
Alright. So I don't know how cold it is in World 6, but
Well, cold enough that there's ice.
yeah,
So it'd have to at least be freezing.
yeah.
Freezing temperatures.
Whoa, no.
I guess this is both a snow and ice level.
Yep. Gotten our bases covered.
Yeah.
Let's see. We'll do that.
Fire flower.
Yep, that should keep us warm.
Yes. To melt the ice.
Yeah. Get some coins, because these things are worth it.
Yep. I usually enjoy the snow levels in games.
Nice.
They're usually pretty cool.
They are, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Ha, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it as a pun, but, you know.
I know you didn't.
It might have come across that way.
Good. I got a chance to do that maneuver.
Yay.
Yep. A lot of acrobatics in
Yes.
Mario 3.
Definitely.
Yep. I think this is one of the most notorious levels.
Oh boy.
Yes. In world number 6.
Whoops.
Whoops is right.
Oh, those little guys pick up blocks, huh?
Yeah, they do.
Oh.
That makes them a lot more of a threat than they would appear.
Yeah.
Oh.
So aggressive.
They are. And the worst thing is, you need to be Flying Mario or Raccoon Mario to complete this level.
Oh.
Yes.
I see.
Yep. Thanks. Oh dear. Okay, I think. Whoa. I need that Koopa shell.
Ah.
As you can see, that is the way you exit the level.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the one exit.
Yikes.
Yikes indeed. Many a time when I was younger I got stuck in this level. And
Yeah. Definitely.
that was the reason, was there's only one exit and it's with this Koopa shell.
I wonder how you would come to that conclusion without a guide or anything.
Yeah. And I hear that there's a really good guide for Mario 3. Unfortunately, didn't get the chance to ever own it. But
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's it. That is a level where you need a guidebook to figure that one out.
Yeah. Because I would just be wandering around like, what do I do?
Oh no.
Why am I stuck?
One of my favorite power-ups. The Hammer Brothers suit.
Ah,
We'll probably use it when we're in, later in the game, but for now...
right.
Let's see, what have we got here? Let's break these bricks. And... Jacob's Cloud.
No.
Yep. You guys tag-teamed me.
So it seems. Oh.
Yeah. Thankfully, that was an accident, but thankfully I...
Why do you destroy all the bricks?
Oh, in case there is an item
Oh.
in there, but so far nothing there.
They haven't had any.
Yeah, we haven't had that.
No.
I think it does it at random.
Ah.
Like some... And it led to a habit when I was younger of where I would always smash the bricks in the Hammer Brother levels looking for any extra items.
I see. That must be some cold water.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to swim in this. I can only imagine how cold it is.
Yeah.
Ah, good. Fire flower. Good item to have in these levels, because it gives Mario a chance to defend himself in the water.
Yep. But yeah, next weekend we will not be recording because we will be at a convention.
Yes! Yes, we are going to be traveling.
We will be in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I'm kind of excited. Nervous and excited at the same time.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can get all the autographs we want, and I'm hoping we have time to do other stuff too.
Me too. Me
that,
too.
That it won't be literally standing in line for one person all day.
Yeah. That can be a nightmare.
Yeah. But the fact that we can pick our badges up before the convention hall opens is good.
I agree.
Because I have a feeling there's going to be a big line from the very beginning to get to Charles Martinet.
Yep.
The voice of Mario and Luigi and Wario and Waluigi.
Yep. The video game voice.
Yes.
Not to be confused with a certain Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt will never be Mario in my heart.
Yes, and I doubt he would show up at too many games, so...
I mean, I would be kind of confused if too many games invited him. I guess the only way that would happen would be in worst case scenario if they have a video game where they ask Chris Pratt to voice Mario.
And that's a scary jump I just did for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we have Super Mario Brothers, the movie, the game.
Which would be a nightmare scenario.
It would be.
I mean, they're not gonna allow the completion of the game based off the 93 movie.
Right.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that was there.
But apparently people hate the 93 movie so much that everybody loves this one.
Wow.
Well, I don't know if that's the only reason. I think a lot of people genuinely like it, but...
Yeah.
I guess I am just hard to please, I suppose.
I don't think so.
I'm glad there are some other critics out there, but...
Ooh.
But for the most part, I feel like it's just me. I feel like a lot of the Mario fans I see online are like head over heels in love with it. Kind of like a lot of the Sonic fans are head over heels for the Sonic movies, and they're a really hard sell for me.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like video games and movies should stay separate. And I feel like the amount of failed video game movies are proof of that.
Whoops. Yeah, the track record doesn't help.
Right.
The case of the movie video game.
And I don't care that the Super Mario Brothers movie made a crap ton of money.
Yeah. Is it at $1.5 billion now, or
something like that? But I still consider it a failure, even though it was a financial success.
Yeah.
Or I guess I consider it okay. Maybe not a failure. Maybe that's a little too harsh, but
maybe.
But it didn't hit the marks that I would have wanted a Mario movie to hit. It feels more a product of the year it was made than a timeless Mario movie.
Right.
Which is what it was trying to be.
Right.
And maybe had they not forced 80s songs into it and kept the music that Koji Kondo produced.
Yeah, to me that was a tragedy, because a lot of that music I felt was
Because I actually listened to it, and it was good, cinematic, orchestrated music.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I interrupted.
Because they actually made an effort to make music, Mario-esque music for the movie, and instead you wasted on Take On Me, and which I don't know that many people who would play that stuff while playing Mario.
Yeah.
And even if it was the 85, thing is, it's not specifically the 85 first Mario game to movie. It's kind of modern Mario telling the movie story, so...
Yeah, because, that's the other problem with all the Easter eggs they put in, is that they... And a lot of people pointed this out. They referenced more modern Mario than classic Mario.
Right.
Just maybe very mild sprinkling of referencing the classic stuff, like the airship. But the airship's shown up in more modern games, like New Super Mario Brothers as well.
Correct.
So, technically, I don't know if I can give them that credit fully, especially since they barely utilized the airship.
Yeah.
They should have had their final fight on the airship. That would have been epic.
Right. It would have been doing something that, ironically, neither of the other two Mario movies ever did.
Right, yeah. They would have even one-upped the anime movie.
Yes.
Because the anime movie was made before the third game, right?
Yeah, the Japanese anime Mario movie came out in 1986. At that time, you only had the first
game.
Yeah, and maybe Lost Levels.
Yeah, which was Japan's
the
sequel,
Japanese, yeah.
Yeah, so... and yes, for those of you who are returning, I am still harping on this because it bothers me. but yeah, but yeah, like I keep thinking of ideas, and it's like I almost feel like I could have written a better Mario movie. And I'm not saying that to like toot my own horn. Hardly.
Right.
I just feel like, supposedly I've heard they are wanting to make this a trilogy.
A trilogy?
Yeah. And so to me, if that's actually the case, they should have saved referencing modern Mario till later.
Yeah.
But I guess they're so worried that the kids won't be invested because the kids don't know the classic Mario stuff. And I just disagree with that. I strongly disagree with that. Especially, Nintendo Switch Online has the classic Mario games. I am sure many of the kids have played them by now.
Yes. I'd be shocked if the kids hadn't, or if their new parents by this point haven't played them, have them play with them.
Right. Yeah. And I just feel like I want to know just how involved Nintendo was. They claim Nintendo was very involved, but I kind of feel like they missed a lot of notes on the characters.
That it's a half-truth. Like, involved enough that they got the colors right, but not involved enough that they were like, we're gonna put our 80s music in this Mario movie.
Yeah, they were involved enough to make sure that they looked good,
Yeah.
That they didn't commit any cardinal sins against. I assume there's I assume Nintendo has a Mario Bible of sorts, because
Probably.
companies have these. So they were probably like, okay, does anything break the rules of the Mario Bible? And then they
Right.
no. And so they probably were like, well, you're a successful movie company. We trust your judgment. Although not completely, because apparently they fixed the script for the Japanese dub. Like, they actually fixed things, I heard. I don't know extensively, because the guy we watched the video of knows zero Japanese. To me, that's a bad sign that he didn't know, because that means they didn't subtitle it. So they bothered to show the Japanese dub. Let me know in the comments if you're one of the people who've gone. Did they actually show the Japanese dub without subtitling it in English? In the US? Or, are you if you're in an English-speaking country and you went to a special showing of the Japanese dub, let me know. Did they actually show it without subtitles? Because that, plus hearing that they fixed the script, sounds kind of like they're trying to cover up that maybe Illumination made some mistakes.
It sounds it.
Yeah.
Certainly the music, because I had heard stories that they actually made a song for the Kong building the race carts, and instead they went with Take On Me. Oh
Yes.
yeah, and speaking of Kongs, they dropped the ball. I've mostly been quiet about and I try not to be obsessive about that, but they dropped the ball on Cranky.
Yes, I agree as well.
Yeah.
Not only really confusing and not great casting choice,
Yeah.
but they made him like the Emperor, whatever, or King, or I don't know what they would call him. Emperor, King.
Yes, His Imperial Royal Highness Divine Ruler Emperor King Cranky the First.
Because I guess, they have to be in the same world, and this is like
Right.
the Kong country or whatever they called it.
Yeah. They did kind of drop it on DK, but
Yeah.
dropping the ball for DK, I kind of expected that
Yeah.
because they kind of dropped the ball on Mario, and
I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate, but I've been desensitized to
Yeah.
Donkey Kong being mishandled.
yeah. And admittedly, after rewatching the cartoon, as we mentioned on this channel, It was surprisingly pretty good, actually. Weird, but good.
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe that I wanted the Donkey Kong from the TV show after we saw that movie. I'm like, God, I missed Donkey Kong from the TV show.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he was a little weird with the character, but he had an excellent singing voice, and...
Yeah, I think I would prefer lovable Klutz to them making him basically a show-off and egotistical.
Yeah, because...
And, another voice performance where it's a misfit, a mismatch. I mean, at least with Seth Rogen, I'm familiar with his voice acting. Whereas Chris Pratt, this was my first time hearing him voice act. I know it's not his first time voice acting, but it was not a good first impression for me. I mean, supposedly he did a voice in the Lego movie, but I never saw the Lego movie.
He was in the Lego movie?
I think so.
Wow.
I don't know as who, but...
Was he the Lego brick dude with the short brown hair and the orange vest?
Not sure. I will have to look it up. Like I said, I just heard that he was in it. I didn't know who he was. But I do get the impression he's relatively new to voice acting, whereas Seth Rogen has been voice acting for a while.
Yes.
And I am not a fan of his previous voice acting either. I just... He kind of before was doing comedic relief type roles.
I see.
And I kind of think no offense to Seth Rogen, I think he should have stuck with that and not done a main character.
True. Man, I didn't know there was a one-up here.
Yeah, that's interesting. But anyway, that's my opinion. I mean, I could go on all day about the pacing as well. But,
yeah, because we both watched Sonic 2 after we watched the Mario movie.
Sonic 2 had the opposite problem.
Yeah. Its pacing was pretty good, but its folly was that the story was surprisingly messy.
And I mean, what I mean by the opposite issue in terms of pacing also was that it was too long of a movie.
Right.
So it had this, like, clunky B-plot with the human characters that nobody gave a darn about. And it only came together at the very end, like...
Yeah.
I kind of felt like if you want to write him out of the movie, just write him out of the movie. Because that's what it felt like, with him going away. But no, that's apparently not what they were doing. But yeah, there was like a point where I feel like they had an initial climax in the middle of the movie, but it felt like a climax, you know what I mean?
Right.
But then it didn't conclude. Then there was another climax. And I'm like, this is just one movie, I'm like...
Yeah, it's supposed to be one movie, yeah.
I think you made your movie too long, so you were kind of like, oh, we have to do something else. So opposite problem. The Mario movie was too short, so they were kind of like, okay, check. We're done,
Yeah, I did get that feeling too. And
yeah.
In regards to the Easter eggs, you have to be. I feel like you have to be like razor focused.
You have to be watching. I feel like, you'll pick up only a certain amount of things, but
right.
Maybe what they were counting on is that people would go again
to
watch for all the Easter eggs, because that's the only way you could do it.
That solves the mystery.
And that could, frankly, some of their, because I've seen, this has been done many times, some of their, billion or, million, not billion yet, right?
The Mario movie?
Yeah.
I thought it passed the billion mark.
You're right. Yeah, some of its $billion dollars earned could have been rewatches.
Oh.
I mean, because I never read. Oh, we're actually out of time. But that's okay. We'll finish this level.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of the level. The fact that, maybe a lot of people did go back because they wanted to see all the Easter eggs, or they just loved the movie that much.
Yeah.
They had special showings of the Japanese dub.
Yeah.
Some people could have been going back to do that. So, I
do kind of want to see this Japanese dub.
I kind of do too, because even though it's ironic, I feel like the Japanese dub is another mismatch, but I really like the voice actor they chose. So I'm willing just to watch it for him, even though I don't think they should have chosen him for Mario either. I don't know what it is. It's the same case. I'll say this real quick and then I'll go. It's the same case as over here, where they chose somebody really popular and not whether he was a good fit for Mario.
Right, and with that, we are going to the next episode after completing one of my favorite levels. And,
yes.